Yeah, don't they do a scheme at the border where that's why you have to declare how much you spent or whatever, what you bought, because
Duty.
they start charging you extra if you bought too much?
Yeah, though I don't know. I don't do cross border shopping, but I know there's duty or whatever they make you pay taxes on, so you kind of lose your savings. You go shop across the border and lose your savings by having to pay the taxes when you come back across. So it's a bit of a pain in the butt.
Yeah, you got a set limit, I think, for how much. It's supposed to be free trade, but really, they only give you a set limit if you're going to go across and buy something. So
Yeah, it's not free trade for you, the slave of America, or you, the slave of Canada. It's free trade for multinational corporations, not for us.
Well, you can go cross-border drinking. Just go down the cross Niagara Falls there. Just go to one of the local bars and just get pumped up with booze, and then come back over. You got nothing to declare. Not just that you're drunk. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just declare that you're drunk. But yeah, it's a lot cheaper to buy alcohol in the United States. So that's
but then
one
they
way.
lower the percent, right? And it's mostly the other way because it's the kids 18 to 21 need to come to Canada to drink.
Yeah, so you got the youngsters coming
tourists
from America to Canada to drink, and they're paying like double, triple the money.
Yeah, Canadian border towns get the American youth element.
Yeah.
So we got it. At least we got one thing we can import. Proud Canadians as we can get kids drinking sooner.
Yeah, all our border cities are just they're selling booze to American youth, to underage drinkers for triple the price. Welcome to Windsor. That's why that bridge is going to Detroit, even though we're paying for it. Even though we're paying for the whole thing, because they know how much booze they're going to sell to a bunch of 18-year-olds.
Well, Michigan State, yeah, exactly. They need to facilitate some massive parties here.
But who are the government to say how old a person has to be to drink or to do all of these kind of things? Shouldn't it be the parents that actually say, well, boy, I don't want you to start drinking or doing any of this stuff until you reach 40 years old. You know.
Well, I mean, according to the law, you're no longer a young offender. You're considered an adult at 18. So
an adult offender.
You can go serve in the military.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. So if you're allowed to go serve in the military in your legal age of an adult, then why can't you drink or buy a pack of cigarettes or do these other things? And in some places you can't even vote yet, but you can serve in the military. It's ridiculous. So there needs to be one age for everything. Oh, you're an adult? Okay, well then you make your decisions at this age. If it's 18, then it's 18 for everything. Whatever the number is, it should be that way across the board, not, well, it's 18 to, it's 16 to drive and it's 18 to join the military. It's 21 to drink. I don't know what it is, the voting age down in America. I don't know if it's 19 or 21 or what it is, but I think it's different than than these other ones. So it'd make a lot more sense if it was more uniform across the board.
Yeah. Well, back in the old days, like when my father was a teenager, he'd start driving, let's say about maybe 14 or something like that, because you're on the farm, because they had mostly farms back in the 30s. So you'd be driving at probably 12 to 14 years old, like tractors and all that kind of stuff. You didn't need a license to drive those.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the whole thing. I mean, there's that other argument that at no age does the government have any right to step in and say you can or can't do this to yourself. And I get that argument. A lot of the libertarian or anarchist type philosophy would claim that the government doesn't have any standing to tell anyone of any age what to do in terms of whether they drink or smoke or crochet,
Yeah. But they just want to make sure you do it, like an adult, do it good. Don't go crazy over it.
See, first they got to teach you at a young age at 16 how to drive, so that way you know how to drive well before the drinking kicks in, right? And then they can set up checkpoints all over the province to randomly pull people over with no probable cause.
Yeah, because there's zero tolerance, like for a young person who's 16 or whatever to start driving. You cannot have any alcohol in your bloodstream when you're first starting out. It's okay when you're 20, 21. You can drink and drive all you want. But not
Well, I think there's like a 3-strike rule or something like that. They'll suspend your license the first time, and then a second time, and a third time they'll probably just get rid of your license completely if you get caught drinking and driving. So, yeah, a lot of people get caught drinking and driving. They get their license suspended for 30 days, maybe the first time, or a few months. And then if they get caught a couple more times, it's, usually not too good. They'll lose it permanently.
But that's slavery.
Well, yeah, at the same time, at the same time, when people are wasted out of their face driving around on the freeway, they're gonna and they kill somebody, So on the one hand, you've got the police setting up checkpoints, doing unlawful searches and stops, randomly stopping people with no probable cause, which isn't right. But on the flip side, if we allow drunken morons to drive around all over the place, they're going to kill people.
We have
or themselves.
The opportunity to
I don't care if they kill themselves, but
the
the people who didn't decide to drink and drive, they pay the price. Right?
That's right.
So there's a catch-22 we're in, but we're coming up to break. We'll be right back after these messages.
Conduct of nations. When we are successful,